Hello friends, welcome back to the new series of Fully Word Web tutorials. So in this series we are going to see how we can create an authentication system with the help of JSON Web Token and MERN stack. So we are going to use MERN stack here. So MERN means MongoDB, Express, React and Node.js. So this will be the first part of this series, and in this part we are going to set up our server, and first of all we will work with our server and then we will move to the React.js, and I will explain you every and each line of code in this, and we will start from the scratch. So now without wasting any time, let's get into it and let's set our server first. Here I have created two folders here, one for our server and second for our client application. So we will move to the client application when we are done with the server in this series. So today in this video, only in this part, I am going to tell you how we can set up our server. So we will install the Express and we will run our server there. So I'm moving to the server folder here, and here I'm opening the Windows terminal because we have to create the package.json file, and you can open cmd under this folder or your terminal under this folder. So here I'm just going to write npm init. Make sure you have Node.js installed, and here I'm going to write npm init and press enter here. Package name will be server only, and description, this is a server for MERN JWT auth. And then entry point, we need server.js, so therefore I'm writing here server.js as entry point. We don't need any test command, not any GitHub repository, and author will be my name. Simply press enter, enter and enter. Now it has created us package.json file, and let's open it our VS Code. Now we are under the VS Code here. See that here we are having the server name as server, version, description and main, and main as server.js. So here we need the server.js here. So here I'm going to write new file, and that will be server.js. Here we have created a new file. As this is a MERN stack, so for the server we are going to use Express here. So for that we have to install the Express here. So let's move here, press Ctrl and backticks, or you can go to terminal and open terminal here. So here under this terminal I'm going to install one dependency, and that is Express. So here I'm going to write npm install Express. So if you are using yarn, you can use yarn install Express, but I'm going to use npm here. So simply write npm install Express. So this will install Express for you. Now we have our dependency installed successfully here, and when we are going to see in the package.json, then we are having Express in the dependencies. So let's close this terminal here, and here let's go to server.js, and here first of all we need Express here. So I'm going to write require Express, and then we are going to create app here. So app is equals to Express, we are going to call the Express. So now we are going to use this app to create the server and as well as to create the routes APIs here. So now let's create here port. So let's write port. I'm going to write const port is equals to process.env.port, and it will be on the 5000 because our client will run on the port 3000 here, and our server will run on the port 5000 then. So the port should be different. And then this process.env.port I have wrote here because whenever we are going to host this server on the any platform like Heroku, then it will automatically fetch the port from the environment variables only, because it will be the environment of the Heroku, and Heroku will define the port for our application. So it will fetch this automatically. And why I have written here first? Why not I have written after this 5000? So I have written this first. So this means that if the port is present, so if port is present in environment variable, then it will assign the port. Otherwise, if the port is not present, it will assign 5000 port for us. Now let's run the server here. So we are going to use app. So see that here we have the listen here. Listen method is there. Then in the listen we are going to pass the port that we have created, and here we are going to provide the callback function. And in the callback function I'm going to write console.log server is running on port. Then here I'm going to write port name as port here. Just save this, and for this we have to go to the terminal to run this application. First of all, let me clear this, and here I'm going to write npm server.js. So sorry, and not npm server.js, I did wrong here. It will be not server.js. By mistake I have wrote npm previously. Now see that here we are getting server is running on the port 5000. But here when I will go to the Postman here, and here I will check here. So let's create first of all new one, and here I'm going to write HTTP because it will be on the localhost and port 5000. And when I will send the GET request here, so here I will not get anything here. See that here I am getting cannot get slash. So this means that our server is running, but we are not getting any route here. So we are not getting any route. So let's now test that route, and let's create that route here, slash route, and test this in the Postman here. So let's create the route here, and here I'm going to write routes, and here let's create route just for the testing purpose, and we are making it as get request here because if the user will send the get request on the slash route, means on the home route only, then it will be having two functions, two parameters here in the callback function, and first will be request and second will be response. So here let's just send response to send. It's one stack JWT auth server by Fully World Web Tutorials. Now just save it, and it is sending us the response now. Now let's check it. So see that here now I'm sending the get request here, but we are getting the same error. Why we are getting the same error? Because we have made the changes here, but we haven't ran the server again. So we have to run the server again to make these changes. So now whenever we are making the changes, we have to close this server, and then we have to write node server.js again, and then we are making some changes, we have to again stop and rerun the server. So this is very annoying. So to remove this, we are going to use one dependency, and that will be nodemon. So simply write npm install nodemon, and it will be dev dependency. So that's why here it is nodemon. So that's why I'll write /d after it. So it will be installed as a dev dependency. So dev dependency means it will work only on the when we are under the development server here. So it is installing. So till then let's create here scripts here for us. So So first will be the start script, and in the start script it will be node server.js, and let's create a development script here that will be nodemon server.js here. As now we have installed the nodemon here, just save this, and nodemon is there and we have nodemon installed successfully. Let's clear this first, and here I'm going to write npm run dev. So npm run dev I am running here, so this will install nodemon server.js for us. See that nodemon server.js, and see that it is running as server is running on port 5000, and whenever I am creating the changes here like Fullywood web tutorials and writing exclamation mark here, and just save this. So see that it is watching all the changes, and whenever we are creating the changes here, so it will restart the server automatically. And let's go to the Postman, and when I will click on send here, now we are getting its month stack JWT auth server by Fullywood web tutorials. So now we have set up our server successfully here, and in the next video we will see how we can set up the MongoDB for us. Then we will start creating our models, and we will then move towards the login and registration routes. So for today this is enough. If you have any queries, please comment in the comment section. I will definitely respond to that. At last, thanks for watching.